guys, Jess from Knockout Print Shop, and today I have for you batch 14 of our 2019 Inkwell Press Collection. So I think we have 11 items in this batch. A lot of them are just different variations of the same thing, so there's not too many different items in this, although we do have one new insert, this new sheet here, and everything else is just recolored and kind of expanding on things we've already had. So let me start with what we have here, which is the functional sampler that's punched for the disc system. So this has got a handful, more than a handful clearly, I think there's about 40 or 50 stickers on here that are super functional for if you're planning on the go, things that you might need if you need to write down an appointment, a to-do, stuff like that, and a few little fun decorative ones. So mostly shapes and functional things. So you get a strip of washi here, so that would divide your classic into a top and bottom section. Obviously you could use that for different purposes. You could use it on your monthly to mark off days. You could use it decoratively, however you want. You get 6 hexagon checklists, so that's great to put down on your planner and create a to-do list. So this sheet you'll see is all the solid with the kind of lighter color in the middle, so we updated the the checklist to match that theme, because usually these are white on the inside. If we start at the bottom here, you get 2 of the 3 heart checklist boxes. I can't say things. So you get those. These aren't even released in a full sheet yet. These are one of my favorites. I like to put these down and put down my top 3 to-dos for the day. You get 2 of our half boxes, 2 of our quarter boxes. You get 2 of the hexagon labels. These are good for appointments and things like that. You get 2 of the skinny labels. Again, good for appointments, writing in times and the appointments, stamping, things like that. You get, let's see, 8 of the circles. So these are similar to a hexagon where you just lay it down, write down your to-do and check it off. So this we don't even have in the shop yet, but for those of you looking for a new shape or something to use for checklists and things like that, and you have circles, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of our month strips. So those will fit in your monthly view in a day if you're writing down maybe an appointment or event, bill due, something like that that goes on a particular day. You get 3 different shapes here. These are shapes that were from our New Year's Eve sampler. So you get the wider flag, you get this the wide and long flag, and then you get the little dialogue box. Then you have 8 of the outlined hexagons. So you can use these, I'm not going to pull them off right now, but I think it's item T112 where you get the outlined and the mini hex. So this darker pink is going to be your outlined hexagon. So it's cut out in the middle. That can go on your habit tracker. And the inside is the mini hex, which you can either fill in once you complete the habit, or you can use that separately as a mini hexagon to make your to-do list. Then you get a bill due, a day off, and a payday, and a blank mini flag. And then you get a few icons up here. You have the coffee cup, the cell phone, the envelope, birthday hex, grocery cart, phone, doctor, stethoscope, and the meal plan. So again, something that we tried to pick things that if you were on the go or just need to put a few things down, that these would be things you might reach for. And again, it is punched, so you can easily take it in and out of your planner and have that with you. So that is IWP-G38. So that's our first one. Okay, from there, let's move into the other stickers. So I'm going to show you, there's not too much because they're all just variations of the same thing. So this is one of my favorite stickers. It is our next week and this week box. So you can see them here. So you have next week and this week, which is IWP-T180 and IWP-T179. So we have those. I like to use them to cover up the notes section here and create a running to-do list for the week, and then I like to use the second part to write down notes of things I need to remember for next week. So we have both of those, and then we did it in this month and next month. So let me flip over to that. Okay, so I don't have them down, but these would obviously function as the same. You could cover the notes, you could put it wherever, but this would be good if it would fit covering over right here, and maybe you could use these hexagons to maybe put your top 5 things you need to get done this month. So these are IWP-T181 and IWP-T182. Okay, our next are the dashed arrow version of those. So you can see these here on my monthly spread. You could easily use the use this to cover up the, I think this says like top 5 or something like that there. You could cover that up. You could put it down here like I have here. So if again you're wanting to run a list of things you need to get done that month, and maybe you want to have a little section to run a list of things to do the next month, you have those. So this is IWP-T176 and IWP-T177. And then we also have it for this week. We've already released the next week one, so this is IWP-T140. That's already been released a few weeks ago, I think. But now we also have so we had the next week, now we have the this week, which is IWP-T175. Same thing here. I've used these, and I'll just throw it over the notes section to run a to-do list, and I put the same thing here. So these are just 2 different variations of this week and next week, this month and next month options. Okay, so you got those. Next, we have a new one inspired by one of our customers' ideas, which I thought was a really good idea. For us, our garbage day and recycling day are the same, but she had said for their municipality that recycling day is separate from garbage day, so she needed a recycling day sticker, kind of in the same style as our icon with text. So we came up with this little guy. You have the little recycling bin with the recycling icon on it, and it just says recycling day. So these are good for those of you that have dedicated recycling days or want to put one down, even if it's on the same day. So this is IWP-T174, and obviously being die cut, again, you can use these anywhere in your planner, monthly, weekly, daily box, anywhere. Okay, then we have, last one is our striped circle. So we brought these back. We didn't have these in 2018, we had them in 2017. Again, we didn't bring them back in 2018. They weren't a huge seller, but we did have a customer that really liked them, and we decided to bring them back in. In fact, I really like these, especially when I'm using stamps more. So I'm gonna have a little Instagram video that's gonna go up next week and just show me stamping in these. But all of our striped collection is really good if you use something like Studio L2E stamps to stamp in here and write the details of an event there. You could always layer it with a, like we sell our, I think it's in the Q270s, little stickers, just typography stickers that say things like work, meeting, lunch. You could put that in there and then write the details down there. Or again, you could just handwrite in the 2 sections the different parts of the appointment, event, things like that. So this is IWP-T178. So those are all the stickers. Let me show you let me go through them one more time, and then I'm going to show you the insert. Okay, so let's take a look at the new insert. All right, I'm going to flip this way, make sure I'm in frame here. Got all the stickers over here. Okay, so this is our new expense tracker. So we're getting much better at designing inserts. So this is for those of you that like to track your expenses on pen and paper. Personally, I'm somebody that prefers to do this via an app, but I know some people just like to put pen to paper and write it down. So we came up with this new and improved version of our expense tracker. We turned it, what is this called? Landscape versus portrait. It gives you more writing space left to write. It just kind of lays out a little bit nicer than being squished the other way. We tried it the other way, it just wasn't working. So kind of in the same theme as our monthly reflections, you have these individual like boxes for the columns with a little bit of grid paper in the background, which makes it nice and easy to write things in. So your first column is going to be your date. So you'd write the date of the expense. Here you'd write the expense, maybe the store, where it's from, whatever, and then these are left blank for you to write your categories. So I think personally this is a much more efficient way to track your expenses is by category, and having the ability to total the individual category at the bottom versus having the expense and then having the categories written out and then having to kind of go through and find the category and have a separate sheet or another part of the sheet to run the totals. I think it's more important when you're trying to figure out your expenses to be able to, at a glance, look at what your spending is in each category versus looking at just the lump sum of your spending and then later trying to itemize it by category. So you can see here we made these a little taller because I know it's a narrow space, that you can write groceries, eating out at restaurants, coffee, clothing, pets, whatever your categories are for your spending, however you categorize them, you'll write those categories in here, and then as you go, you're going to be writing down your expenses this way. So it's date 12/1, Petco, then I'm in my pets, okay, my food is $80. You know, date 12/5, Starbucks, oh, it's in my coffee, you know, $10. And the end of the month, at the end of the sheet, you'll totally be able to see where your spending was. So then if you see here, so this is the Cinnamon Bay color palette. Okay, so on the back, we just continued the sheet. So you have the same thing on the back that you have on the front, because we figure everybody's spending is different and people may or may not need 2 sheets of this per individual month versus just having like the back be grid paper. So with that, then you can either continue from here, like if your spending, you know, hits beyond the space available here from top to bottom, you can simply continue that here. Or if you have more categories than what's allotted on one side, you can obviously expand on it there. So you have that. Let me just show you the other color palette. So then that was Cinnamon Bay. This is Everglades. This is going to be Blue Ridge. And then last but not least, you have Yosemite. So that is our brand new insert expense tracker. I think it's much better design than our last one. I think it'll be a pretty useful tool for a lot of people. So those are batch 14. Let us know if you have any questions, guys, and I will see you in the next video.